And we are live. And not only are we live, we are also three-dimensional. That's right, if you've been following me on Blue Sky, you've seen some of the stuff before, but I've been busy today setting up this little thing. I suppose I'm going to be a VTuber now. So this is just a little test model I cobbled together to see whether everything works. And we're gonna take it for a ride today. I was going to play Undertale tonight, but since I was busy with this all day and needed something where I don't have to pay attention to the game to test this, let's just play a bit of Minecraft instead and see how this goes. So this is quite the hack job. I'm using VNyan to render the VTuber model. Unfortunately, Linux doesn't have any of the plugins for OBS Studio available that would allow me to add my VTuber model to an OBS scene normally. So instead what I had to do was do a second window capture of the entire VNyan window and then crop out the menus on the sides, do a color key on the black background, and then just be careful never to minimize the VNyan window, because if I do that, I cease being visible. Which is unfortunate, but it's the best I can do at the moment. So let's see. I'm looking over to the left a lot because that's where my second monitor is. But the whole point of doing a test recording is that I can just look at it afterward to see how the model looks. So I should probably focus on the game. And since I didn't have anything planned, why don't we just do a trial chamber? Just so I have a bit of gameplay to talk over. Let's see, I don't want to bring my best weapons for that. Regular diamond sword should be enough. Don't need a silk touch pick. Don't need 3 shovels. Bronze chest. Let's stock up on potatoes. Actually, I don't want to bring my best armor either. I want it to be a bit of a challenge at least. Do I have any diamond armor? A diamond chest plate. Frostwalker boots. I'll just take these. Should probably take a shield and also bow, regular unenchanted bow. Don't need a spyglass and a trial chamber. Okay, so one side effect of doing this VTubing business is that I actually have to sit up straight so that the camera can probably properly capture my face, which is going to be difficult for me because my spine does not want to be in that shape. Let's just make some iron armor real quick. torches, shield. Probably take some arrows as well. 3 stacks should be enough. Think we're good. So let's see. Compass back home. Compass to the... So it's a trial chamber I've already been in, but I haven't looted the entire thing yet. That's hopefully something we can undertake today. Let's take some more bundles just in case. And I think it's set. Let's get going. It's just supposed to be a short test anyway. So yeah, that's what I've been doing today. So apart from the things I already mentioned, the setup is not perfect yet. I have arm tracking disabled completely because it just doesn't work right. There are a few very specific positions in which my arms get registered by VNyan, but mostly they just don't exist as far as the program is concerned. Which probably has something to do with the fact that my arms are not very visible on camera in general. I actually have to sit quite close to the camera, to the webcam, because my desk isn't that big, and so my arms just aren't in frame most of the time. Alright, I've built a original Star Walker in the meantime, because that empty space was pissing me off. I actually did a bunch of stuff in this world that you haven't seen yet. But that's okay, because we're not here to have fun, we're here for science. And Lump Kitty is in chat. Hello and welcome. We just started testing my makeshift setup. And I was just explaining that arm tracking is currently disabled because it doesn't work all that well. Ah, I see. I'll look at that later. But other than that, the tracking actually works surprisingly well. I can move around, I can look to the side, up and down, within limits at least. If I go too far, the tracking stops. Should probably pay attention where I'm going. Yeah, that's probably something I'm going to look into if I have time at the moment. Well, I'm on Linux, so there is no game capture. I only have window capture. Which is one of the fun side effects of ditching Windows. I don't have a lot of options available that would be available to me otherwise. Because usually that'd be a plugin that I could just use. Yeah, I saw that in the comments on GitHub. hoping that gets done soon. The last comments are a few months old already, as far as I remember. So for the meantime, I'm just going to have to do this dirty hack with the double window capture and the color key. I mean, I'm probably not going to use this model right away. For once, because it's just a quick test model I made, and I probably want to get something proper going before I start putting myself out there, so to speak. And secondly, because I probably need a custom layout for my stream so that I can insert myself into the frame without covering the text boxes in games where that matters. Here in Minecraft, I can just put myself in the bottom right corner and it doesn't cover up anything important. But when I'm playing Undertale, I do want the viewers to be able to actually read the text that's on screen, and don't get too close to that. And that's just something I haven't had time to prepare yet. What is NDI? Sit up straight. Yeah, I see. Well, it's all going to depend whether this plugin for OBS is available for Linux. So, anyway, welcome to my Mushroom Island. I actually found this trying to find the trial chamber. Oh, it is available. Okay, I'll have to look into that. Let's see. Keep the compasses here for now. Don't think anything else I have here. So let us go in and see what happens. Don't forget to sit up straight. By the way, Lam, how are my audio levels? Because I have to sit up straight, I'm actually farther away from the microphone than usual. And my audio settings have been giving me headaches basically every time I stream, because I do a bunch of test recordings and everything sounds fine, and then I go into an actual stream and, well, it's all over the place. Let's see, probably want to equip the shield primarily. And I'm going to... first spawn activated, but it's just zombies. Okay, great. Audio is fine. Ouch! So I'm going to stop looking over to the left so that my... Ouch! Baby zombie. Yeah, I've turned the music down quite low, but now that we're in here, we're getting some more game audio, hopefully. God damn it. Well, that's off to a great start. Was that a single potato? That's fine, I'm not going to question it. So anyway, as I said... Oh yeah, no worries. Thank you for coming by. Hopefully I'll have more to show off soon. And thank you for getting me into this whole streaming VTubing thing in the first place. Where's here? Ah, I see. Yeah, I remember your FF14 UI setup. With that many hotbars, you'll probably need something like that. Well, we'll see. At the moment I'm thanking you. I might correct that to a curse in the future. Ah, no worries. Bye. So, anyway, as I was saying, I'm going to stop looking over to the left so much now, so that I can A, probably concentrate on the game, and B, get more footage of what I look like when I'm actually facing forward. That should have hit. How are you? Oh, you're right, because I made a path. And why am I not using my shield? Oh, I'm so bad at this. Okay, limes, I remember you. So as I was trying to explain earlier, so as you may have noticed in the past, so far my Minecraft streams have always been in this world. It's the one I've already been playing in offline for the... It's almost been three years now, I believe. Time really flies. So... And I've come to the conclusion that watching someone play Minecraft in a pre-existing world where they have already built a bunch of stuff and explored a lot of stuff isn't all that interesting. So what I'm going to do is, for my next proper Minecraft stream, which probably isn't going to be for a while because I want to focus on Undertale first, but once that happens, I'm going to start a new world just for streaming so that we can experience the entire thing from the start together. Ah, still one box left. And it's probably going to be a hardcore world, because I've never really done that before. Well, that's not true. I started a hardcore world earlier this year. I played in it for one session, and then shortly thereafter the Copper Age drop was announced. And I thought to myself, you know, copper tools and armor actually sound really useful for the early game. And how often am I going to get the opportunity to actually play the early game and use these new items? Because I start a new survival world like once every 5 years or so, and only because to get caught up on the updates. So I thought, okay, let's just wait for the Copper Age to be released so that I can continue playing in that world with all the resources I need. How did you get up there? And then, before the Copper Age was even out, they announced Mounds of Mayhem. And I thought to myself, you know, wouldn't it be really fun if the first time you come across these new mobs, like the, what is it called? The Parch, the Camel Husk, the Zombie Nautilus. Wouldn't it be fun if the first time you come across these mobs would be in hardcore mode and live on stream? That could make for an interesting episode. So I thought, okay, well, let's put the hardcore world on hold for a bit longer again and wait for Mounds of Mayhem to release. And now Mounds of Mayhem has been released, but I'm not finished updating my data pack to 1.21.11 yet. So I can't start a new world yet. And I'm hoping that I'll get that done before the next game drop is announced. Which also has features that I think would go well for hardcore playthrough, and I have to delay it again. Okay, let me think. I know there's a portion of this trial chamber that I've never been in before. But don't ask me where to find it. I've probably opened that wall before. Let's check. Oh, I haven't. Well, that wasn't really worth it. How have I not opened this before if there's a torch here? Well, never mind. Let's see if I can find this new area, or just any other area in general, because I don't actually know how to get out of this room. Is there really no exit here on the ground floor? Okay, new room. There should also be a breeze spawner in this room, which is going to be fun. Too generous. Okay, there we go. Oh, what an amazing combination. Come here, you little freak. Ah, there's two of you. Another breeze. Okay, I need to heal real quick. Also, I don't need a second shield. Oh, great. I know you're there. Okay, that's a lot of zombies below here. I can deal with those for the time being. More bread. Ah, damn it. And of course now it spotted me. Have to get used to carrying a bow. Usually I use a trident. Still one more. Another key. I kind of want the... Ouch! And now I've got the breeze's attention. Where even are you? Oh, they're coming from above. Okay. Let's cower in this corner for a bit. One thing I kind of wish they added is, you know that dinging sound that plays when you hit another player with an arrow? They should add that for hostile mobs as well, because I actually think that sound is really satisfying. Come on. Okay, that's the spawner done. Oh, there's still a breeze walking around. There you are. And of course, the archers are here as well. Give up, Anakin, I have the high ground. I don't actually know the quote. Not to out me as a fake Star Wars fan, but I've never actually watched the prequels. Okay, I don't like this at all. Ah, okay. Well, now I can't use the quote anymore. Because we're on a level playing field. Also, welcome in. How have you been doing? Jesus Christ. Still another. You know, looking at my performance so far, I'm starting to doubt that starting a hardcore playthrough is such a good idea. Because I'm currently playing on normal difficulty, I'm already getting my ass kicked. Plus, this isn't even an ominous trial, it's a normal one. And it's an ominous vault. Okay, so let's see. Does this room have any more exits? Well, I've never been here, so... An ominous bottle. We could in theory do an ominous trial now, but I think I'll pass. Don't need mushrooms. Don't need another bow. Should probably keep the other shield. Another vault. This one's been done already. Ah, yeah, this room really doesn't seem to have another exit. So I don't think we're going to find the new areas here. Let's get that bread. Let's see. Frostwalker, that's right. What through here? There's an ominous vault. Aha! Okay, but there are just two chests here. I don't think that trial chamber actually continues after that. This looks like an outside area. Oh, that's nice. And Lumpkitty's back. Yeah, not to throw stones in glass houses, but I admire people who can stay away from social media. Unfortunately, it's not a solution for me. I've just been here. Where the hell is this other door? All right. Well, also that, but I'm back at the entrance. God damn it. Well, for me in particular, it's a necessity because all the people I know live too far away to meet in real life, so social media is kind of the only way for me to keep up with them at all. It's not optimal, but what can you do? And don't say meet new people, because I don't want to. I want to meet the people I already know. Have I been in here before? Is this where the two chests were? It is. Okay, I know this trial chamber was bigger than this. Even just the parts I've already explored, there was a lot more to see. Now I can't find any of it. So I kind of feel like we're not going to be able to find... Oh, there's a new room. the new stuff either. I wanted to say, okay, what do we have here? More zombies. That's a good place to spawn. Please do that. More bogged, more slimes. One advantage I have is that bogged have a slower draw speed than regular skeletons. So in theory I should be able to get at least a few shots in. Can you hit the slimes, please? I'm kind of busy here at the moment. Not what I wanted to do. I can hear you over there. Oh, I know an open vault, and I have a key, but I should probably deal with these folks here first. Yeah, I can see that. Oh god, breezes. Oh fuck. Oh, this is going great. I lost my train of thought. Oh, God. Come over here. I'm not fighting you where the skeletons are. Okay, that's not going to work. Now I've got you! Come here! You know, maybe I should have played Matchstick's Coffee Break Club instead. I'm starting to realize. Yeah, same honestly. Well, if you're familiar with my lore, my personal lore, I moved out of my parents' place last year. And originally, the plan was to move to where all my friends live. Oh, well, where some of my friends live, where more friends of mine are concentrated than elsewhere. But having now moved within the same city, just a few blocks away, I can safely say I don't think I would have managed that. You know, just moving this short distance was already so exhausting. I don't think I would have managed moving to a different state altogether. Oh god. And now in hindsight it wouldn't have been a good idea anyway, because, well, there aren't actually that many of my friends living there anymore, so it would have been kinda pointless anyway. Well, it would have been easier to get to people, because unlike here, there are actual public transit connections in the Rhein-Ruhr area. But yeah, I get you. It's unfortunate that all the people I've got to know with the internet live so far away, and that I'm stuck in a part of the country where you can't really get anywhere else easily. Okay. It seems to have been that room. Once again, I don't see another way out. It could lead to a new area. Yeah, I'm actually at a loss here. I can't even find most of the stuff I explored last time. Have been in there. That's up there's where I came from. There's nothing on that side. Don't think there was anything on the level above. This is the door that leads back out. Sitting up straight. Okay, you know what? Screw it. I'm going home. This is just a test stream anyway. The point is not to play Minecraft. The point is to see what my model does while I talk and flail around. So let's just go home. Yeah, I've got the feeling that there's still plenty of hole to explore. You know, when I started doing this, I thought to myself, well, it's just an occasional hobby. I'm doing it because streaming motivates me to play games more than I usually do. And it's a nice way to practice my English and to beat my social anxiety into submission. And, well, then I bought a microphone and I bought a webcam. And I rearranged my entire workspace. And now I'm doing this VTubing stuff. I'm not used to putting so much effort into a hobby. That's all I'm saying. Well, as things stand, I might need a new phone anyway, because this one's been giving me trouble for quite some while now. I forgot to bring the compass. But you know, just looking at the stuff I have set up right now, don't think I really need more advanced face tracking. Well, that's not true, because the webcam or VNyan does have trouble picking up my eyes through my glasses via the webcam. So blinking and closing my eyes doesn't work all that well. I just closed my eyes. I have to check how that looks on the VOD. So, oh, monument, let's get away from that. So, despite what I just said, there is room for improvement in the face tracking department. Yeah, well, I've never actually used an iPhone except like borrowing a friend's one for, I don't know, doing something stupid. But I'm not too keen on Apple products in general. So maybe iPhones work well, I don't know. It's just, the company itself is kind of repulsive. Is this the right way? Well, having said that, it's not like Android phones have been giving me a good time either. Yeah. You know, I bought my current phone in 2022, and I haven't been getting updates since 2023 and all that stuff. Well, yeah, it would definitely be secondhand. I couldn't afford a new iPhone even if I don't know, stopped eating food for a year. There's the original Star Walker. Now I can actually... Ooh. I left the boat, that's the problem. Oh, I remember why the banner is here. All of this because you announced your first Danganronpa stream on Mastodon. Correct. Oh, monument. I think I actually said that a while ago in your chat, but I don't actually, or I didn't used to watch a lot of live streams because it just, the live aspect just made it hard for me because you have to be there at a certain time, and if you want to get the full experience, you can't leave for a few hours. And with how much trouble I have just watching regular videos, that just wasn't really an option for me for the longest time. But then you started playing Danganronpa, and well, if there's one thing that gets me to watch hour-long videos, it's a game series I already know like the back of my hand. By the way, while you're in chat, that's a good, while I have you here. Danganronpa 2x2. You said you wanted to play it on stream, and I want to play it on stream. Would you be okay with postponing your own Danganronpa 2x2 stream until I'm done with the main story? Because this would be the first and quite possibly only opportunity for me to actually experience a new Danganronpa game via playing it instead of watching other people play. But of course I also want to watch your playthrough, because what's the point otherwise? Alright. So originally I had planned to play the old story first to see what changes they made, and then afterwards get into the new stuff. But thinking about it more, I don't think I have the patience for that. Nope. Yep, be right back. Don't think I've ever actually shown this place on stream. This is the island where I gather sand. Yeah, as you can see. And we are here because... What? Because... I have to put a banner on everything I've built, and I forgot to bring one last time, so we're doing it now. They are in fact making another Danganronpa. Well, half of a new Danganronpa. It's a remake of the second game, which also has a new story added on, which apparently is supposed to be a lot longer than the original. Don't know how that's going to work. And as soon as it comes out, I'll have to stop using the internet altogether until I'm finished with it. Or at least I have to stop using YouTube, because at least on social media I can mute keywords, but I don't think there's anywhere on YouTube where I can safely look at the page and not risk getting Danganronpa spoilers. So yeah, as I said, I wanted to play the original storyline first, but I don't think I have the patience for it, especially with what I just said, because I have to avoid large parts of the internet for so long. So I'm just going to play the original story first, the new story first, and then play the original one later, just as a direct comparison to the original game. And I'm just hoping that I'll be finished with Deltarune until then. Don't think we actually have a proper release date for 2x2, other than sometime next year. But since Deltarune Chapter 5 is also coming out next year, I want to get the first 4 chapters done in time so that I can jump right into that. continuing my tradition of actually playing games instead of watching other people do it. But of course I can't start Deltarune until I'm done with Undertale. And I can't finish Undertale while I'm doing stuff like this. I wish I could stream more frequently, but it's not really possible with my whole health situation. Well, we're back home. I'm getting a bit of jitter. That's strange. That usually doesn't happen. Where are the GPU stats? I thought they were on here as well. Wait. Ah. That would explain it. Yeah, that's about the same, well... Well, I suppose my GPU is getting is a bit more busy than usual because it also has to render VNyan in the other window. Shouldn't be too bad. Well, who knows? Let's see. Arrows go in here. I don't know why I even kept those. It's not like my monster farm doesn't give me enough. The breeze rods. Potions. Minerals. Yeah, in a sense, I'm kind of glad that I don't play a lot of these big release games, just because it means I can't get spoiled that easily. But not all people are as lucky as I am. Well, we've been streaming for an hour. That should be plenty test footage, I guess. Before I go, I can just show off the stuff I built since last stream. Just to pass a bit more time. And since we probably won't be seeing this world on stream again anyway, that should work as closure. So one thing I've added is this little fella. You know, before I just had a big tower of chests and hoppers here to store my stuff in, and I thought, well, now that I've added the copper golem, I probably should at least try it out a bit. So I added these chests here to have a little sorting system. And as you may be able to tell, there is a hopper under these, or there are hoppers under these chests. Not under these. We'll get into that. That's because they lead down here. So the issue with copper golems is the way they are designed is quite tricky. Because once they've picked up an item, they won't put it down again until they've found a chest to put it in. And they'll only put it into a chest if it is either completely empty or it already has another item of that type in it. Which means, if you have a setup like this where there's just a bunch of chests sorted by items, if, say, the rotten flesh chest ever fills up completely, and the copper golem picks up a stack of rotten flesh, the entire sorting system shuts down, because the golem will just endlessly try to find a chest to put the rotten flesh in, but will never find one, because the only one it could go into is full. Now, because copper golems also consider empty chests valid targets for all items, you can't put an overflow chest. Because then the sorting system breaks, because the copper golem will just put any items in there, regardless of whether the other chests are filled up or not. So you'd either have to manually empty the chests every now and then to ensure that the system keeps running, or you do what I did, and you build this absolute nonsense. So how this works is, can't even show it off probably. So let me see. These comparators measure the contents of the chests we saw above, or the rotten flesh, the arrows, the feathers, and so on. No. If these chests contain, I believe, 125 items, the signal strength of this comparator will be 2, which means this signal here will reach this block, which will deactivate this redstone torch, which will deactivate this redstone line, which will activate this redstone torch, which will deactivate this redstone torch, which eventually will lead to the hopper underneath the chest to unlock and empty its items. For one, pull the items from the chest above and empty it into these barrel and chest tower down here. So that means as soon as these chests get too full, they will automatically empty themselves until they're back to 124 items, ensuring that they will never fill up as long as this tower of barrels never fills up. Which means I'll either have to add more barrels and hoppers underneath here as time goes on, or just empty those periodically as well. And that's the reason why the other chests don't have a sorting, don't have this system attached to it. Because for this to work, I need 124 instances of every item, and I'm not going to take 124 of my precious glowstone dust and put it into the chest just as a filler item to make the sorting system work. Same for getting a 124 spider eyes. It's also going to be very annoying. So I just left this side untouched. And it's not a problem because these are witch drops and witches don't spawn very often, so that should be fine. Yeah, you know, I do like the copper golems. It was fun coming up with the soul system and all, and now I never have to learn how an actual item sorter is built. But the way they are designed isn't all that useful. I know Mojang likes to avoid UIs and stuff like that, but I really think there should be some way to control the golem behavior more finely than just put item in chest or don't put item in chest. So that's that part. Right, you can go to the backstage where the hoppers are. Then I've added some few new tunnels. This one leads into my big mine shaft. Which may have already been shown off on stream, I don't remember. And the other tunnel leads to the warehouse, just so I can get from one place to the other without having to go above ground. And while we're on the subject of copper golems, I also built this, which is just a place to store all my copper golems until they turn into statues. And it seems like they're almost done. Just a few stragglers left behind. You're blocking the door. I'm just gonna push it there for a while. You know, some people, when they build with copper, they age the blocks to a certain stage and then wax them to keep them there. But I personally, I like seeing buildings age over time. So there's not a lot of waxed copper in my world, actually. And also because I like the fully oxidized texture the most, so that's another factor. Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, well, I suppose I'm not the best person to talk to about modded Minecraft because I don't play with mods. I of course know there are a lot of ways to build sorting systems with various mods. I mean, if it was up to me, I know it's not really a creative solution. I would just add a variant of the hopper that only lets a certain set item through. Which is boring, but considering how useful sorting items is and the length you have to go to make it work otherwise. If you use hoppers for sorting items, you can't sort unstackable items. I think you can use a lace for that, but then you have to fight a lace first, and of course a lace are creatures that move around, so you have to account for that. Yeah, I'm really not sure how you could have done better item sorting in vanilla Minecraft without, like, I guess, preserving the feel they're going for. Not sure how to explain it. Anyway, another new thing I added is this little building, which is my map room, which I'm hoping to fill up more as more stuff gets built. Here's the mob trap. That's the copper golem house we just went to. That's the warehouse, staples, sniffers, bees are in here, and so on and so forth. And I recognize I'm not the best builder in Minecraft. I tried to do something with the roof here. You can't really see it because of the snow, but it's like a blue and green swirl design. Don't think it really worked out, but I'm going to keep it because what else am I going to build? As far as I know, if I make a copy of these maps that are on the ground, I can carry the copy around, and that will also update the map that is in the item frame. Of course, I haven't done that because I'm stupid. So every time I build something new and want to update the maps, I just go in there, pick them up, walk around, and then put them back. I should probably do the other thing. So another thing I built a path that leads from the main area to the village over there. And on a little branch, I built this doggy orchard because I wanted a place for my wolves to live. They just used to sit around at spawn because that's why I originally tamed them. But I thought I was a bit sad, so I built them this little, I don't know, garden to hang out. It's a bit unfortunate that you can't have pets roam around without following you, so they just have to sit under here. But I think it beats being alone at spawn. Try to do a bit of texturing with the walls. Don't think it worked out. There's a reason I don't do a lot of texturing. It's okay. And then the path just continues to the village. You already saw the original Star Walker over there. And I think that was it. Well, there's one more thing I built. I built a few safety huts along the path to the world's original spawn point, but I'm not going to show them off right now because the way is quite long. And I actually want to end this stream now because I'm not here to play Minecraft. I have to reiterate. I'm here to test my VTuber model. And Lam is back once again. Well, now that Lam is back, I guess I do have to show off the last thing. Yeah, I mean, I like looking at all these Minecraft builds that use, like, as I said, texturing and shading and all that stuff, but I don't know, I kind of prefer like this old school building style where you use very few blocks and have solid walls and all that. Okay, I'm actually a bit sad that I couldn't watch FS17 again yesterday because I'm not caught up on the VODs yet. Unfortunately, I've been a bit busy the last few weeks. And it's only half as fun when you're not there live, unfortunately. Should probably take a lead with me. You stay in there. Yeah, I read that. I'm actually quite thankful for that. I hope that's going to be enough time for me to catch up. Were you always this slow? I should have taken a different horse, but whatever. Alright, well, I'm curious to know how... Oh, it's just a cow. Curious to know how the whole story plays out, especially that, you know, if you said there's a point to playing it a second time, what changes in that regard? So, more questions than it answered. Well, that sounds right up my alley. So anyway, what I was saying, the last thing I built is I sort of secured a path to the world spawn, just in case I ever died without having my spawn point set. And you'll notice you're on the path to spawn because of these copper torches everywhere. And along the way I also built these... Oh, you're still here. I also built these little huts, just so if it gets dark on the way, you can take a quick nap and then move on. Ah, I see. I don't think I've actually gotten to the part yet where you get to make choices about which character to pursue. So I'm very far behind, unfortunately. So I try to place these torches in such a way that you can always see the next one from where you currently are. Don't think it really worked out all that much. Also had to build a few bridges along the way. Because, well, prior to the update that came out yesterday, horses couldn't cross water. So I had to build paths for them to get over. Now they can cross water, so the bridges aren't really necessary anymore, but they'll at least make it faster to get across. Ah, I see, I see. Yeah, despite being a Danganronpa fan, I'm actually not all that familiar with the visual novel genre. I don't really know all the in and outs of how they work. Here's a second safe house. I try to give them all a unique design. Which basically meant picking whatever materials I could find and then combining them randomly in such a way that no combination occurred twice. I do know things about Doki Doki Literature Club. Another game that I've watched other people play instead of doing it myself, which probably was for the best, I'd say. All things considered. Where is it? Yeah, that's always a special experience going into Doki Doki blind. I especially liked the Game Grumps playthrough of that because Dan didn't get to see the content warning at the start, so he just thought it was a normal dating sim where you get to see schoolgirls' panties. And he was very surprised when, you know, the thing happened. The first of many things. Where's the path here? And here's the third safe house. It's a bit cramped, but I wanted it to look a bit taller than the others. You know what, come to think of it, I don't think I've ever actually seen a proper normal dating sim. But obviously not one I've played myself, but also don't think I've ever watched anyone else play one either. And here we are at spawn. This block here marks the original world spawn. Except it doesn't, it's actually one block further to the right, but I messed up and I didn't notice until I'd already built the whole house and I didn't want to move it, so it's just going to stay like that now. Well then, that should be enough test footage. Didn't get anything done in Minecraft, but that's okay, because that wasn't the point. So, my next stream is going to be Undertale, this time for real, as I promised. It's probably not going to have my VTuber in it, because it's not quite ready yet. Once I'm done with Undertale, I'm hoping to do at least one more Backlog Busters episode, and play a random game from my Steam library that I've never touched before. And after that, I'm hoping to start Deltarune and get through the first 4 chapters before chapter 5 comes out. Well, you know how I am with plans. Don't take me at my word too much, but that's about the long and short of it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. You know what? I'm going to try something before I go. Let me open VNyan real quick. Actually, well, this is going to look terrible. Let me hide myself for a moment. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Okay. Okay, let's see whether this works. I'm back again. And it works. I'm sort of waving goodbye. Well, it worked for a second there. Other hand, maybe? No? Oh, wait. Alright, screw it. I'm going to find someone to raid now, and then I'll end this. So let's see, who do we have? Well, nobody I know is live, so let's see if you can find someone new. Da, 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 da. Unless you have someone you want to suggest, Lam? Let's see, who do we know? Well, that one's a French channel, that's probably not going to be all that accessible for me. Well, here's a VTuber playing Animal Crossing, and they've got the word silly in their text, so that sounds appropriate. Let's check out Sterlina Maris. Let's see if I can do this correctly. Sterlina Maris, that should be right. Let's hope it works. And I'll see you next time.